I'm not a consumer, nigga. You feel me? Like I don't consume. Right. I'm not just a scroll. I'm not on Instagram just straight scroll. Like, man, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
So when you think about the NFL, Jay-Z, and then like the NFL is supposed to be run with working with the young black youth. What's your take on that? Do you think that there could be more done as being influential in that area? And then talk to me about what you think about Lil Wayne.
What you mean by the NFL and Jay-Z?
Well, so that initiative came after all the police shootings and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He stepped in, and then you had to kneel and stuff like that. So you're a young black man that grew up. Probably you got people grew up in the project. You're a young black man that kind of grew up maybe a little bit better, but probably going through the same situations of being a young black man.
If I'm not going through it, I'm seeing it. Like.
So speak on that.
Family, I'm seeing it, but like. I don't know if it's a foundation that's going on with the NFL. Like, bro, there could always be something more done, bro. That's the NFL, bro. They choose to spend money on what they choose to spend money on. Like, there could always be something more done, It's just what they want to do. Like, my opinion is, like, man, move crazy about that shit. But I'm a young black man.
Have you seen the latest buzz about Oprah Winfrey? The internet is on fire with some unbelievable rumors. People are claiming she fled the U.S. due to alleged footage involving Sean Diddy Combs. It's a story straight out of a drama. While it's grabbing everyone's attention, let's break it down and get to the facts.
To buy a tape, this particular tape, and then distribute it, because that's what he said. She's been distributing it to for a price, and ain't nobody said nothing in all these years. As much hate as Oprah get, you think they wouldn't have put that out here somewhere? Man, I got this from Oprah. Somebody would have been put her on blast. Because of the stuff she owned. They didn't, simply for the fact because they want to own what she owned, they didn't put her on blast. So that don't even, just from a business standpoint, that don't make sense. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Steve, let me bring you in. Same thing. What are your thoughts on this? And do you agree with Dr. Umar?
Well, first of all, I love Dr. Umar. Sometimes he can be a little bit too woke. But Dr. Umar, first of all, I'm going to say this. Your outfit is terrible. I've seen you wear better. The outfit, them Chinese folks fooled you on that van. That outfit, that shirt, hat combo is awful. But listen.
Pity the food.
It's awful. But you know what, man? He is right. I feel like people are trying to get rid of a lot of our high-profile black celebrities. I really believe that with this thing with Diddy, is a lot of evidence against him. But this Oprah thing is really, really kind of far-fetched. $75 million, to get the Baby Oil Chronicles. She handed them out. You get the Chronicles. I don't see that. And by the way, Oprah, I think she was a victim of. So why would she be in on something like that? That's kind of far-fetched. So I'm not buying that. But I do agree with Dr. Umar.
Yeah, and Steve, he's specifically talking about YouTubers. Typically these are people who don't have credible sources. Typically I know here, because we are based on YouTube, we always try to dig deep. Where did this come from? Who said this? Who said that? Do you think there needs to be a real penalty? Because I don't think there's a real penalty other than you saw Piers Morgan, who got a cease and desist. But, it's like, oh, you apologize and you take it down. Do you think there needs to be a more crucial penalty for people who are...
The rumors suggest that Oprah's sudden disappearance might be linked to legal issues surrounding Diddy. He's recently come under intense scrutiny over serious allegations, casting a dark shadow over his current situation.
Busby, I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. Conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years, and we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates.
The entertainment industry. Can you imagine how many other famous people and big executives are probably involved in this?
These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
So they said they vetted. That's what cut out right there, but they were vetted. 120 people.
Claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. We also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts, we check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against.
Wait, is there anyone in support of Diddy? Is that a thing? Does Diddy actually have diehard fans that aren't like shitting on him right now? I've literally never seen a single one. Everyone's just like...
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. It is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia. Victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I thought this... I swear in my life I did not know about that part. Oh no.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs.
At the same time, there's talk of leaked footage allegedly tying Oprah to the drama. Sounds intriguing, right? But here's the thing. There's absolutely no evidence to support these claims. Not a shred.
He had sued the liquor company. I forget the name. It was a hard name for me to pronounce, but he pretty much won the lawsuit. But you know, it was explained that in these lawsuits there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. We all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
He felt like eventually he would be able to get some ownership stake. He didn't. And these issues really started for him once he went after them. Because shortly thereafter, he sold Revolt TV. And anybody who follows him, Revolt TV was his baby. He worked hard on that.
Facts.
So once that was sold, I knew the end was near at that point. Because, you know, just like Gucci Mane, when he went to jail, he passed his artist contracts off to people who can hold them and fulfill the details while he was gone. That's what they do. They pass it off to people who can put it in a shell corporation. Because you can have a corporation that have a anonymous owner. So once I seen Revolt get sold, I knew the end. I knew there was going to be a tumultuous path for him for sure.
Did you feel like it was Diddy's, or do you feel like he was careless towards leading up to this? Like, just, I know you had mentioned him, just the way he's moving. You know, do you feel like he was moving like very careless, and where like, that's why you don't have a bond? That's why, you know, you weren't strategic enough in this whole thing?
Absolutely, because the agreement was that as long as his private jet wasn't in the same state as him, he would be able to stay on the street. The moment that jet came in New York, he got arrested. And then you got to think about it, like, they got him on audio, calling witnesses, trying to get them to change the story. That's extremely careless.
Yes.
It's almost as if he was used to having someone protecting him.
They say he's snitching on Jay-Z. Is that a real thing?
You don't want to say Jay-Z on here, bro. Out of respect to y'all, you don't
Yeah.
want to say his name on
Okay.
here.
So that's good.
For sure.
All right. So we're gonna.
Diddy's legal issues haven't stopped the rumor mill from spinning out of control. Whispers about hidden cameras, wild parties, and exposed secrets are everywhere. It's easy to see why these stories are gaining steam. Diddy's troubles are undeniably real.
So you said that Denzel Washington wasn't down with the program, the Diddy program.
Well, no. My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage, and he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one, and it went everywhere. It was so nasty, and Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
It was so much going on. The people that noticed reacted, but it was just so much going on. If you weren't right there in that vicinity, you didn't even know. It was too much going on. But yeah, everybody, and everybody was just walking around zombied out. Like after a certain time, when you would make the announcement, if you don't, the regular party's over, if you don't want to participate in what goes on after. It's just interesting. I just want to bring up Justin Bieber for a second. Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. I'm a Justin Bieber fan. I want to work with him. Man, I have such empathy for you. You are a strong person, Justin. Shout out to you in your heart. You sing when I hear the pain. Now when I listen to your music, I hear the pain in your voice, Justin. All you wanted to do was sing. Your mother caught you playing your guitar, singing, and thought, let me help my son out. Let me focus on what God, let me nurture this talent. And she thought she was doing the right thing by taking that video to Scooter Braun. And I'm sure Scooter Braun probably thought he was doing the right thing taking to Usher. But Usher, why you do him like that? You get him abused like that, you owe him all his money back. Are you Diddy number 2, 3, 4, Usher? Running around here. I mean, this is ridiculous, y'all. Hey, I'm on a live, y'all. Stop calling me when I'm on a live. That's disrespectful. I'm on live. Stop calling me.
Jaguar Wright is watching. She's in the chat.
Hi, Jaguar. I love you. Oh, I love if I can work with her. She sings so good. Hey, tell Fox to stop calling me. Jaguar Wright is on the. Tell him to keep calling.
Purple Rain.
Tell him to stop. He keep calling. He called 5 times. I don't even know man. He gonna make me talk mess. Tell him to stop. That's ridiculous. Hey, Jaguar. Yeah, I just want to say, man, your voice is amazing.
He's facing some serious accusations, including claims that he used hidden cameras at his parties to capture compromising situations. If true, that's deeply troubling. Now, throw Oprah into the mix. Her name alone brings power and influence, and you've got the perfect storm for a viral rumor.
Or he had made mention himself in a special talking about his almost losing his life, and his hospitalization was due to Diddy. There are stories of him getting beat up and getting put, but I know he was on a movie set, but something from an altercation or something from drug related that was given to him.
Diddy will pull up with you by himself. Like he's not soft. So that's the whole thing with him. Like,
Yeah, pull up and take something like it.
Bro, he'll pull up and bro. He slapped Drake.
He did, and everyone looked over that.
Oh, I'm not gonna call him a gangster. But he be on some tough shit, bro. And it'll piss you off. Like with his son with the lip gloss on and the waves all the time.
Yeah.
He swear he a gangster, bro. I been like, bro, we'll get crazy with you in here.
I mean, anyone who probably do a line of cocaine will feel all kind of invincible. Will feel all kind of courageous.
With money?
With money, I believe they'll do a lot outside a normal man, who's rational. and just say, let me post up. But let me get your take on with Jamie Foxx, because mind you, Diddy parties and Jamie Foxx parties were the two black Hollywood elite parties that you would always hear about. That was like, you gotta be there to see it. For him to say that I was hospitalized possibly because of something that happened with Diddy.
He thought he was gonna tell.
Go.
So look, I'm a shout out Big Do God. Very interesting Jamie Foxx story. I don't know if you know about this or seen it.
No.
Give us the Cliff Notes.
I'm gonna let him come on here and tell that, but I'll say this though.
I know he said something about Jamie Foxx in a bathroom.
It wasn't Jamie Foxx in the bathroom, it was his party.
Okay, it was his party, and then the bathroom situation went down.
But why Oprah? Well, she and Diddy have crossed paths many times over the years, attending the same events and even having interviews together. With her being a global icon, it's no surprise her name gets pulled into the mix. People love to bring down the powerful, and when two huge names like Oprah and Diddy are involved, the rumor mill just can't help but go into overdrive.
I think it needs to be a harsh penalty because, people are doing any and everything to be relevant, even at the expense of others' reputations and livelihoods. And that's just not fair. You can really damage someone financially. You can even drive them to suicide because the world is an evil place now. So I feel like if you do something like that, I feel like harsh consequences should take place. I really believe that.
Lab, let me get your thoughts on that, because I know we've even had conversations when you've been in studio where, people are on your social media saying things and, they see one thing and they run with it. What are your thoughts? Do you think there needs to be a real penalty for people that spread misinformation?
100%, especially when you say and spread things that potentially could damage people's brand. Mm-hmm. Because the thing about the internet is once it's out there, it's out there. And there's no way of pulling it back now. Back in the days, a newspaper could retract a story and you never saw or heard that story again. But once somebody posts something on the internet, y'all know, we know people screenshot it, other people repost it. Mm-hmm. And so it will live on forever. And then some Steve said, the mental piece of it. Mm-hmm. Justin Bieber had a whole mental breakdown.
Yep, several.
About how the industry was treating him and all this stuff right here. Can you imagine if these tapes truly exist? People don't care about none of that. They just want clout. Want to post it. They just want to get the clicks and the views, and they don't care about the fallout and the ramifications for this. So I think, hell yeah, there should be stiff penalties. If this tape is released and they can prove who released this tape, they need to go to jail. And Justin Bieber does something to himself, I think they need to go to jail for that.
Held accountable. And I want to add this too, Symphony. I also found out that when they found that, I think it was found as well. I just wanted to put that out there.
You know what?
But it was a chick wearing that. She was doing a little Winnie the Pooh type action, so we good.
Lab, let me ask you this, because Lab, like I said, we've had those conversations in studio and what I really love and appreciate, you always do your research. Every time we talk about a topic, you're like, hey, that's cool, that's an opinion, that's something that you heard from another celebrity or another source, but it's not credit, and you're always going to find that source. I think information like this can be so detrimental to our community, right? Because you have older people.
Here's the thing, though. Just because a story is shocking doesn't mean it's true. If there were any truth to these claims, it would be everywhere. Major media outlets would be all over it. There'd be interviews, investigations, and solid evidence for the world to see. Instead, all we have is a lot of noise with no real substance. It's like trying to build a house on quicksand. There's nothing solid to support it.
15 years. Well, that's small. He the reason I'm alive right now. You feel me? He don't really care about money like that. He don't really care about a lot of them. As long as he got his jewelry, he got his cup, he got his gun, and we doing our thing, he cool.
Yeah, that's all you need in life.
So, whenever I know I got a situation coming up and, the risk of dying is high, dude gotta go make sure he there. That's what he like to do.
Right.
But anywhere I take my boy, I have to give him certain guidelines. On this particular day, I say, bro, I don't know what we're gonna see in here, but we get $2,500 apiece to keep these two models right here safe at this event. Don't get out of my eyesight. He said, Gordo, that's my nickname, Gordo. I said, Gordo, I love you, but I gotta go to the bathroom. I said, okay, bro, the bathroom over there, I think. So I'm over here dealing with them. So now here I go. I gotta say, y'all stay right there. I come over here. 5 dudes in the bathroom. Everybody pants at their ankles. One dude didn't even have no pants on at all. He even had no socks on. He getting extra crazy. I'm like,
Shut up, big dude.
yeah.
Shut up, big dude. God damn.
That's the thing, bro. Like, bro, these, bro.
So, let's do it like this. Let me ask you.
Niggas would get mad at me. I wouldn't plug them with celebrities. You don't know what you asking for. And when I see certain guys, I say, yeah, you definitely getting your cake stood. Because you too thirsty to go be up here. 5 in the morning? You want to be in the studio with all dudes? Everybody on ecstasy and cocaine? They sipping liquor? You the females, my boy.
Shit.
You the female. Oh no.
Now, Chris Columbus had a story that he told where he was laying down with his wife, and he got a phone call from Diddy like at 2 a.m. saying, "I'm at the hotel," and he's like, "Yeah, well, who there?" Like,
What makes these rumors so compelling? For starters, they feed into our love for drama. Stories of betrayal, hidden truths, and shocking revelations are hard to resist. They grab our curiosity and make us feel like we're privy to a big secret. And when celebrities are involved, the stakes feel even higher. It's like watching a real-life soap opera unfold, and who doesn't enjoy a bit of intrigue?
They have 50 on me.
oh shit!
I'm a,
Damn, that's a nigga. What?
they have 50 on me. They have 50 on me, bro.
And if you don't mind, while you put that up, can you speak on why? I mean, I know you about to send it, but what for what reason? Is it something you said, something you done, a female you protected? Maybe it went too far.
Right. So like I referenced earlier, like my main business model is protecting females who got the proper resources. So these guys. You see some strippers or something, bro. Trying to get interested. Oh, okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Joker, coming to you right now. Oh.
Yeah, so this is what you did to the young man.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had to shoot through the door. And like the dude who said call 911, he got hit in the neck, hit an artery, shot blood all through the ceiling on the porch, everywhere. Oh, let me get it right.
But there's another side to this. Rumors like these can cause real harm. Imagine being Oprah, waking up to see your name all over the headlines for something you had nothing to do with. It's not just frustrating, it's damaging.
Alive still and not being afraid to talk. You gave me the strength to talk because when I first got the strength to put my story out there, everybody was like, you can't say nothing. You gonna mess up your lawsuit. You gonna do this, you gonna do that. And I'm saying, well, I'm filing my lawsuit for justice. Like, it is about the money so I can, set my son up and I can get into counseling and, do all the things I need to do because I can't work a job. I want to be financially straight. But besides all that, I want to work with Jaguar Wright. I want to go around and speak at people, victims of the pardon and all that. Like, I put it out there on purpose so he can't do that. That was the strategy of mine because I talk about it now. If he try to do it, it's going to look a certain way. So when you said that, like, he ain't going down with the dead, I'm like, yeah, see, my strategy is working.
Do you think Justin Bieber will eventually speak out about what happened? Because he looks traumatized.
He has to. He's a father now. You think he would take his kid over there? Even Usher said he wouldn't take his kid over there. So why you take Justin over there? Why? What did he promise you? What extra did he promise you for you to take that boy over there at the time, knowing what he was going to do to him? What did he promise you? And then did you receive it? Because you sold your soul when you did that. I don't know if you can get it back, Usher. What's that song you got out? Shit. Your confessions and burn. You gonna let it burn, all right.
A lot of people are
God
asking.
didn't like that. God did not like that from Usher to take Justin over there. Because now it's nothing that Justin can ever do to get his innocence back in that way. He stole so much from him when he took him over there, knowing what was going to happen to him. He wrong for that. Hey, Justin, I want to work with you, though. If we can meet up. Like, I understand your pain. And my homegirl trying to get in contact with you because she was there with you in the room. So you want to talk to her, she got you.
A lot of people are asking about if it was something.
That's liquid ketamine, horse relaxer, muscle relaxer. It's topical. You can rub it on you or you can ingest it. And all of a sudden you become a zombie. Like, your eyes are open, you're talking, but you're not there. The demons have jumped into your body and you're like a robot and they're just controlling you. He can tell you to go kill somebody.
For Diddy, who's already dealing with serious legal battles, this added layer of gossip only makes things more complicated. It's a reminder that words have power, and spreading unfounded rumors can have real-world consequences.
Hard to fake CCTV footage simply because it's time stamped and the pixels in that camera, any AI footage, the pixels is way higher than a normal camera.
For sure.
So, you got to take that into consideration.
I think I'm gonna Google everyone who has a $200 million yacht. And we're gonna line this. We're gonna get close.
It's hundreds of guys who got.
Okay, okay.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Rook, didn't you say you wanted a yacht?
200 million. 200 million.
I'm scared to get money now.
It's getting scary.
It's not the money that changes people, because if you a man who get money, you know that this money is a tool.
Right.
It's not your identity. And like, I'm sure there are things that you wouldn't do for money.
Right.
So it's not the money that changes people.
Rook always told me money only amplifies who you really are.
Yeah, you don't really know who you are until you get some money.
Right. Yeah.
For sure.
Let you have anything in the world that you want. I'm gonna tell you what.
Now, Diddy was he had sued the liquor company. I forget the name. It was a hard name for me to pronounce, but he pretty much won the lawsuit. But it was explained that in these lawsuits there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. We all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
At this point, you might be wondering why people are so quick to believe these stories. The answer lies in how they're presented. Sensational language, dramatic storytelling, and just enough truth to make it seem believable. That's the formula.
CBS, one of the news stations released another lawsuit where him, well, maybe it was a girl. So someone 13 years old, after party that him and another celebrity, the word they want to use. When that story came out, or when the first story of that came out, they said, ain't no way that this man here will be with underage people, boy or girl.
Is like the most. I've been to Billionaires Row. Like the most wealthiest guys I ever met have strange quirks, I would say. Like some of the richest dudes I know, they like being tied up and things along those lines. And there are 150,000 unaccounted that cross the border every year that are unaccounted for. There is a certain level of darkness that comes. Like I know a gentleman who has a yacht, right? The yacht probably costs like $200 million. And there's an entire staff that stays on this yacht. They stay for 6 months. The other staff come for the next 6 months. So if you got enough money, you can buy a person. You can buy their time. So that's the level of what's going on.
Now, there's been a lot of alleged saying that him with different celebrities in videos exist, both male and female.
Correct.
Do you know that to be true?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I seen some stills of some tapes being shot.
But let's pause and think critically for a moment. If Oprah really fled the country, wouldn't there be some solid proof? Without evidence, these rumors are nothing more than a house of cards. They may seem impressive from afar, but one gust of truth can bring them crashing down.
Information age, the reality is a lot of times the truth is a short Google search away. It is that simple. Just don't take. And then the thing about it, don't get me wrong. Now, you can Google search and then stuff can pop up that's still not necessarily be the truth. So what I typically do is I look at the first 1 or 2 stories, if it's opinion-based type thing. And then what I'll do is I'll scroll to like the second page of the results, because then you start to find out stuff that might contradict what you have read in the first. And then you kind of read between the lines and truly have a discerning eye to what you read. And then between all of the information, a lot of times you can get to the truth for real. You just got to be, and then you got to know the difference between somebody's blog page. You Google something, and then the answer pops up, and it's somebody's blog. Well, that's still somebody else's opinion. Where's this person getting their information from? So you got to nail it down and get to a reputable information source, and then compile your answer. That's kind of how I do it right there. And reputable ain't necessarily always news outlets, because news outlets get stuff wrong sometimes too. So, I think that's the best way. A lot of times people just don't do their due diligence though.
And I think that's the thing, taking the time. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, it all boils down to, in this day and time, people are just lazy. When it comes, they don't want to do the research. They don't want to do the research, and it gets a lot of people in trouble. And that's why, and I'm gonna go here too. That's why so many problems in the church. They just take what the pastor says, and they don't look up the scripture and just look it up for themselves. So it's a lot of that going on, man. And then is another factor. News, like you said, news sources aren't always right, because now in this day and time, it's not important for them to be right. It's now important for them to be the first to report it. Then they'll recant later on. But I'm gonna say this: if you hear anything about me out here, 9 times out of 10, it's true.
I think.
Wait a minute, whoa.
The picture you booed up with Eric Carter, them real.
That was a headlock, bro. That was a headlock.
That's what he said. It was a headlock. That's what he said.
I tell you, every time, Steve, I don't know, I'm gonna have to find something. Now that you're like away from me, I'm gonna have to look something to buzz you or something when I can tell you starting to go offline. But no, I do appreciate, I think both of you bring up great points. Even watching this guy that brings up Oprah Winfrey, just like even paying attention to.
Let's be clear, this isn't the first time such wild claims have surfaced. Celebrity rumors are as old as fame itself. Scandals that turn out to be hoaxes. Outrageous accusations that fall apart under scrutiny. We've seen it all before, yet we keep falling for it. Why? Because deep down, we love a good story. It's human nature to be curious, to want to know more, and to try to piece together the puzzle, even when some pieces don't quite fit.
That's pretty much ran a train on a girl. She was passed out, underage, and we at the spot. And somebody come busting through the door. It's a female. She's like, "Where Big Homie at?" I'm in the back on the couch, sleep. I hear her calling for me. I'm like, "What's up?" She said, "Look at this." So she threw me these purple sweatpants. I'll never forget this. And I'm like, "What am I looking at?" So immediately on the outside of the pants, I see like some like dry white substance. And then like inside the pants, I'm like, these look like some little girl pants. What's going on? They did this to my daughter, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They bragging about it, making posts on Facebook, calling my daughter a hoe. She an honor roll student. She went over there with her friend, et cetera, et cetera. And she came with a bag of money, bro. Like, she came with a bag of money, bro. Like, and she wanted retribution for this. She called law enforcement and stuff like that. You feel me? I guess they wasn't working fast enough for her. And so we had took action into our own hands. I kind of regret doing this, but then I don't, because like that little lady thanks me every day. You know what I'm saying? Her daughter, I became like a mentor to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was just a bad circumstance, which just led to there's more darkness, you feel me? Because like, I didn't know that like they could come up with that much money to put it on me. I didn't know that. So after we found out what was going on, like people came through spinning, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really trying to get up with me. And like, shout out to the Ghoulers, shout out to the Ghoul gang, shout out to them Insanes. So yeah, but the guys rallied behind me, bro, and like, we defeated them. Oh, bro, we had some bloody days, though. You know what I'm saying? But we ended up coming out on top. They was bogus, though. And Fred, you a hoe. Phone now.
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah.
When you have a price on your head, how do you operate in that space? Like,
it's time to turn up. That's what we live for. Let's get it. You call a guy, let them know what's going on.
Let's be clear, this isn't the first time such wild claims have surfaced. Celebrity rumors are as old as fame itself. Scandals that turn out to be hoaxes. Outrageous accusations that fall apart under scrutiny. We've seen it all before, yet we keep falling for it. Why? Because deep down, we love a good story. It's human nature to be curious, to want to know more, and to try to piece together the puzzle, even when some pieces don't quite fit. As for Oprah, she's probably unbothered by all this noise. She's been in the public eye for decades and has faced her share of storms. This latest wave of gossip is just that, a wave. It will crash and fade, leaving only a few ripples.